tonight we're celebrating something very special. So this is the SWB Gala. I believe it's our first one this year, so new things. But tonight is really just about celebrating not only just our e-board, but our members and the amazing women of business here on A&T's campus. So we have a couple of things, some speakers, different activities, and food, of course. And it's really just a night of really, as the saying goes, crown excellence. So that's kind of the theme for our dinner tonight. And we're just looking forward to it. I'm very excited. And yes, go SWB.
So at your time, assigned tables, I invite each of you to take a moment to share 2 things with the group, and then we'll pick someone to come up and talk about their crowns and roses. So, of course, a crown is a personal accomplishment or strength, a trait that you are proud of. This is your time to shine, recognize the amazing things you accomplished this year, and then of course a rose will be something or someone that has helped you build your confidence over this year, or maybe something that you still need a support system for. So let's talk, discuss, and then see what our crowns and roses are to start. Thank you.
And my crown is that I had a surgery on March the 12th, and I was stressed out about it, but I got through it with God. I healed completely, and I passed the semester with all A's, so I'm very proud about that. And my rose, share something or someone that helped build my confidence, and I will say that goes to the one and only, my Savior God, because He affirms me every day, and He really got me through everything that I went through this semester. So that's my crown and my rose.
And one of my roses, I would say, of course, is my mother. She always pushes me to be great and is very honest with me, but I think her genuine care for seeing me succeed has definitely helped me. But also one thing that I'm really thankful for is the amount of friends I've been able to make throughout this semester, and even last semester, being around like other young ladies who are like-minded and just pushing me to be great, but also comforting me in times of need. A crown that I experienced, I would say, as I told my table, was just putting myself out there. I think freshman year has been very experimental, going against those things that kind of challenged me, going through things that might have been hard, but at the end knowing that growth comes. And so I'm just very excited, and I think being here is a testament to that. So I'm thankful, and of course to all of you out there for the same thing. So yes, absolutely.
And we kind of discussed a couple of things, but for our roses, we discussed how influential and positive role models were our teachers and our parents, and kind of how they influenced many of us who are first-gen students. And then for our crowns, many of us became more in tune with the community and the women in the business college, and we really feel that support and that motivation to grow. And I will also, another crown, or at least personally for me, was becoming the programming chair for this upcoming year for the SWB, so thank you for that, and thank you for everyone who is here.
My crowns, a personal accomplishment I mentioned with my table, is that this college year, I feel like I stood on my values. I feel like transitioning into that, like my 20s, it was a lot of me getting tested as a woman, and even being like a influencer, I would get tested and just seeing like what other women are doing in the entertainment industry just to climb up, and I would have to stand on that and walk out on opportunities. And that like made me feel sad, but I feel like I'm glad I did that, because I could be an example for other women in the entertainment industry that may feel like they need to compromise on their values, and that's just something I want to stand on. And then my roses, like I don't remember your name, like you mentioned, God. Yes, God really helped me build my confidence this year. So yeah.
Thank you.
We will now be allowing tables to go eat. As soon as Raina or I releases your table, taps your table, you can get it.
So as a freshman coming in, to be a part of SWB, I feel like in general they focus a lot on community and honestly even sisterhood, because what they're about, they love to incorporate not only just business, but a lot of other majors into it, but a lot of community service events that they do. They love to have the community come together and make sure that they know what their purpose is and what they do. They also do a lot of stuff on campus too. They've had bonding events too as well. They just started a mentorship program, so I think that really highlights what they do for the organization. They make sure that their purpose is well known and that everyone likes SWB. So some advice that I would give for incoming freshmen in general, I would just say go for it. Like, whatever you think that you might want to do, just go for it. You know, everyone here at A&T, they're not shy. They love to do what they aspire, but I would definitely just say go out of your comfort zone, because you never know what may happen. It may be the best thing that happened to you, it may be the worst thing. But even if it is, you know, you still have to pick it back up and hope for the best.
Tonight we are celebrating Society of Women in Business Gala. Very exciting end of the year celebration, so very excited. The most rewarding part is just seeing all of the girls grow into just amazing professionals and allowing them to get that professional development and just growing as an individual. Stay positive, stay curious, and just be always willing to learn.
So SWB was really just created to bring together a community of women to uplift each other, whether that was in the classroom, whether that was in the workforce, whether you're going to an internship, a co-op, or a full-time position. And tonight we really just wanted to take a moment to appreciate the women who have put in the work throughout the past 2 years and just recognize them for all the hard work that they've done. I would say the rewarding thing for me is to watch the people that came in at the very beginning, at the very first small little programs that we had where it was 5 people, 10 people, and watch them now where they're getting accepted into internships that they didn't think that they were going to do, where they're succeeding in classes that they didn't think that they were going to succeed in. But that's, for me, it's watching the members improve and take what they've learned in our programs, learned in just connecting with us, and applying that and bettering themselves for it. Miss Shekinah came in as a guardian angel. So for years we had, not saying struggled with leadership, but we really wanted someone who was always in our corner and who was always pushing us to be the best, keeping us on top of things. And when she came in, it was like a light had came in at the end of the tunnel. She was keeping us on our P's and Q's, connecting us with people that we didn't think we were going to get connected with. And honestly, like, her leadership and her influence on all of us will forever be felt. So essentially, like, incoming freshmen can come to the org fair at the beginning of the year and honestly just sign up and come to our first event. But my advice would be to just do it, to just show up, come to the first program. If it's not what you thought, come to the second one. If it's not, like, come to the third one, but just come, because there can be no harm done to just doing things. A lot of times we get nervous about what is someone going to think about us, or what if I go and nobody likes me, or I don't get to talk to anybody. Honestly, you'll never know until you do it. And a lot of times SWB has been such an inviting community where if you say that you're struggling in something, there's someone else struggling in something, or there's another person who's gone through that and prevailed, and they can help you. So honestly, my advice would be just join and see what it's like.
Hi again, my name is Rachel Williams. I'm the current social media co-chair for the Society of Women in Business. And initially, I just want to start off by introducing myself and welcoming you all to the end of the year gala for Society of Women in Business. Thank you all for coming out, and I truly appreciate it. I had the pleasure of serving around and alongside some amazing women on campus this year, and I'm just grateful for it. And tonight I stand before you just filled with pride and gratitude and excitement as we celebrate what we've accomplished together. I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to our distinguished faculty members who have came today and encouraged us throughout the year. To our esteemed guests, thank you so much for coming. And of course, thank you to our advisors for just really pouring into us and really just being so uplifting throughout this year. The theme of tonight is crowned in confidence, and to me that is more than just words. It is really just represents our journey, a journey of leadership, preservation, and growth. It symbolizes the invisible crowns we wear every time we choose to lead with purpose. It shows us that we are excellent and that we support one another with strength. Tonight, we not only recognize our achievements, but we also recognize the spirit of sisterhood that makes the Society of Women in Business so powerful. Together, we are building a legacy that will inspire generations to come. So let's celebrate ourselves, lift one another up higher, and continue to wear our crowns proudly and confidently. Thank you.
As we continue enjoying our meal tonight, we have the honor of hearing from a very special guest, Melissa Jackson Holloway. serves as Vice Chancellor and General Counsel at North Carolina A&T State University, where she leads the Office of Legal Affairs with distinction. She joined A&T in 2019, bringing more than 2 decades of experience in higher education law, having served previously at Ball State University, North Carolina Central University, and the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. Melissa is an honors graduate of the University of Wisconsin Law School and holds additional degrees in business administration from Syracuse University and in public administration from Brampton University. Before transitioning to higher education, Melissa practiced law at the nationally recognized firm Foley & Lauder in Milwaukee. Today, she continues to shape the field of the university law through her service on the board of directors for the National Association of College and University Attorneys, where she also leads efforts in membership and diversity initiatives. Throughout her career, Melissa has been a trailblazer, demonstrating resilience, professionalism, and a deep commitment to empowering others. This evening, she joins us to share reflections on confidence, a theme that resonates deeply with her journey as a leader, advocate, and builder of opportunity for future generations. Please welcome Melissa Jackson Holloway.
So thank you very much for this invitation. It is always a pleasure, I think, to speak to students here at North Carolina A&T, but especially to have the opportunity to speak to women who, like me, want to have careers, want to do big things, want to change lives. And so hopefully this message will impart a little bit of wisdom tonight. Sometimes I believe I'm a comedian, so I try to engage and involve some comedy. It may not be funny to you, but it's funny to me. So first of all, let me say, you ladies look beautiful tonight. But one of the things I think everybody in this room knows is that when Black women show up somewhere, we don't not only show up, we show out. Hair done, outfit coordinated, edges laid like a brick patio. Real confidence isn't about the packaging. It's about what's going on underneath. How you walk into a room, how you sit at a table, and more importantly, how you keep yourself at the table. But confidence is not perfection. Let me say that again for the people in the back, the folks maybe looking at Instagram under the table, side chat, TikTok, whatever it might be. Confidence is not about perfection. It's not about having every answer. It's not about having every credential. It's not about having every eyelash in place, although we do like to keep the eyelashes and the edges in place. Confidence is showing up to do your best every day and being okay with the fact that your best may not be perfect. Because you know why? None of us are perfect, but we're all powerful. I'd rather be powerful and work toward that than to be perfect. But let's talk about something as we talk about all this confidence, how we look, how we walk, how we show up. There's a little voice that often shows up, not an external voice, but an internal voice. All of us have heard it, and I think now we've given it a formal term, imposter syndrome. You know that voice that says, I'm not sure if I really belong here. I'm not sure if I'm smart enough. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I think people are probably better than I am at this particular thing. But you know what? That voice is a liar. A smooth talking, disrespectful, good for nothing liar. Ain't that sound familiar to anybody? And if you hear that voice, I want to congratulate you, because you know what that means? You are doing something to challenge yourself. And that is where the doubt creeps in. But you have to figure out a way to banish that doubt and keep moving until you feel confident in yourself. So 5 things. Know your value before you walk in the room. If you're waiting for somebody to tell you you're brilliant, you'll always be chasing somebody else's approval. Walk in like you're carrying something valuable, because you are yourself. Absent the clothes, the hair, the look, you are valuable in and of yourself without all of that. All that just makes you extra valuable. Do the work. Preparation is the difference between real confidence and fake arrogance. How many people know that person that thought they knew everything, and then when they got tested, they failed miserably? So do the work, and no one will ever be able to test your knowledge, skill, and ability. Choose your circles wisely. Be around people who remind you who you are when the world tries to make you forget. Protect your energy like you protect your password. And that was the thing I said at the table. I have spent the last year protecting my energy and my peace. And it is just as easy to say no, maybe easier because it's 2 letters, versus saying yes, which is 3. Normalize mistakes without normalizing quitting. Confidence doesn't mean you won't stumble. You might trip and you may actually fall. But it means knowing how to recover, how to learn, how to stay in the game after all that happens. Celebrate every win, big and small. Every step matters, every stop matters, every awkward meeting, every scary email you send, every moment where you have to advocate for yourself, even if it would have been easier to just shrink. It matters, and you should really celebrate yourself. Honor those moments. They're building you. So let me leave you with one little bit of wisdom, not from a book, not from a business manual, not from a famous poet laureate, but for one of our modern day prophets, a female MC by the name of Glorilla. Listen, I'm the only person on cabinet that know the homecoming performers. So I think everybody's heard this song, "Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow." Right? I was gonna try to, do a little thing. My niece at your age is like, don't do it, just say it. So some days you'll feel invisible. Some days you'll question yourself. Some days you'll want to quit. Guess what? Love tomorrow anyway. Bet on yourself. Walk like you know it's already handled. And I promise the world won't have any other choice but to catch up. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Society of Women in Business, we would like to present you with a small token of appreciation for taking the time to pour into our community.
Thank you.
So now it's time to celebrate the outstanding members of Society of Women in Business who have gone above and beyond this year.
Now we're gonna be having some words by our advisor, Ms. Shekinah.
Honor it is to be with you all tonight at the Crown of Excellence Gala, a night that truly lives up to its name. And I want to say a special thank you to Melissa Holloway, to Dr. OJ, to Dr. Caldwell for being here tonight. I know it's late, but you all are here in spirit. And I was like, we gotta move. We are aunties and uncles. We gotta move. And Dr. Moore in the back as well. So as I reflect on the past 3 months with the Society of Women in Business, because it's only been a brief time, one word keeps coming to mind, and that's truly inspired. Getting to know the brilliant, bold, and beautiful women in this organization has been one of the most rewarding parts of my journey here. Whether it was during professional workshops, running to get y'all cupcakes for random things y'all have been doing, or impromptu conversations that always happen in my office and in the hallway. Each interaction reminds me of the power, promise, and purpose you all carry. You've challenged yourselves, supported each other, and really shown exactly what it means to lead with both excellence and grace, and you all should definitely be proud of that. Tonight, I'm especially honored to recognize 3 graduating seniors who have exemplified the spirit of the Society of Women in Business in every way. As a small token of appreciation and celebration, I'll be presenting each of them with a graduation frame, something to hold not just your degree, but the memories, late nights, breakthroughs, and sisterhood that brought them to this point. To our graduating queens, Devin, Rasco, Sydney Wellmore Houston, and Zaria Bowman. May you always walk in your worth, speak with confidence, and build the futures you all deserve. And to everyone in this room, thank you for the light, laughter, and legacy you're building here at A&T. It has truly been a pleasure to walk alongside you. Congratulations and keep shining. That was so cute.
before we close tonight, I just want us to give another special round of applause for Ms. Shekinah, our current advisor, as well as the first advisor of Society of Women in Business, Dr. OJ.
All right, thank you guys so much. Before we finish up, again, I just kind of want to go back to the whole purpose of tonight, Crowned in Confidence. I want you to really look at those mirrors when you get home and really just pour and speak into yourself. I think it's so important to really just speak confidence into ourselves.
So I'm going to serve as the advisor for the Society of Women in Business, and I'm going to be honest with you. Coming to A&T a little over 3 months ago, these women are already so phenomenal. The advice that they need, the nourishment that they need is really just to empower them. They are already very academically strong, and to pour in more confidence into a group of already stellar women is just a fantastic place to be in. And I'm so glad that we were able to be here with this gala, Crowned in Confidence, because if anything, they already have it, and I want them to know that they have it. So it's just a great opportunity to be here at this gala, the very first gala. So I want to have better retention of folks at the programs that we have. I want more programs. I want us to win Organization of the Year. I want us to win all the awards that we can. I want the students to really grow and develop from all these different events, not just host them, but it be purposeful and intentional and make some sort of an impact on this campus and in Willie D's College of Business and Economics. So that's the biggest thing that I'm hoping for 25-26 academic year. I truly believe this is my calling and purpose, is to uplift women, and being at North Carolina A&T, the #1 HBCU in the nation, is such a blessing and an honor. I have the opportunity to uplift and empower professional Black women every single day. And if anything, I count it as an honor to be in this position. And it's so sweet that they said that. I really appreciate them. It is very easy to love on them because they are so lovable and they're so professional.